scoring back. No slip for Roseman. There was one for Thomas. But third man right back at the rope. Square legged also back at the rope. Spectator Scud. Yes, we have one spectator. I know Greg is going to find another. Good, a diving attempt. And as we were saying, the keepers in this thing had a real rough time. So the total as the ball runs down the leg side past the keeper into the boundary moves to 18-yard loss. Greg, you wouldn't want to be a keeper in this tournament.
Not at all, Reds.
It's great for keepers when the line and length is good. Wide, looking to get the bat onto it, but we missed an opportunity. Now probably will race down to the right of the hind leg. One more to the total. This is probably Grosle's best start, Greg.
Yes, Reds.
Isn't saying a lot for their previous efforts. 19 without loss. 1.1 ball. That's hit over the head of the bowler. Mid-on can't get across. So successful attack here by the captain. He goes to 11. 1-6. It's none for 23 already.
Yes, Captain Melius really playing good positive cricket, as we did indicate. Perhaps, in fact, that's the best that they've had so far in the tournament. So one hoping that in the final game they could post a big total.
Strong right hand in that last shot. That's pulled away, or that would be a maximum. Short outside leg stump. Melius picked it up very nicely with the pace to the ball and good
चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करते रहो.
Sending that well over the long leg boundary. None for 29. None for 29 of 1.3. This will probably match any other bright start previous games.
Yes, I think the only team to have surpassed such a start would be South Castries against Central.
Extra cover pitched up and laying back and just timing it very nicely. So heads out to the Johnson Charles stand. And this is really a massive assault. Massive assault on the Babino opening bowler. None for 35. And Melius's race to 23. It was well pitched up. And he laid back and hit it beautifully, Greg.
Yes, good inside out shot by Valeria, but on this occasion, Roseman perhaps just over pitching this one, really giving him the room to free his arms and hitting with the wind. It went a long way into the Johnson Charles stand.
A little discussion among the Babino Leatherbacks players on what we can do to contain the openers. And let's do the correcting by wishing all mothers today happy Mother's Day. It's well past maybe Mother's Day in India, but it's late evening, but we can wish all mothers in India a happy day. He's off the back foot and beats the keeper to the short fine leg, was able to back up the keeper. So just one. 36 without loss. And a rare delivery that doesn't cost a boundary. Roseman, none for 23, really roughed up. 6. And watch his captain really put bat to ball and find the boundary very often so far. 24 off 4 balls he has faced. What goes it? That down the next time they have to bowl that again. Bowl that again. So game number 2. Monrepo Chazelle. Let's look at the two teams, Greg.
Yes, that should be a good competitive game, right? Have been playing cricket and Monrepo as well, so one would expect a really good game. Perhaps the sort of game we saw between Central Castries and South Castries.
For Elcock, the square leg of the boundary has come into the circle. As he gets another delivery that he'll have to bowl again. It's wide. None for 37. Roland Cox will keep updating the number of wides, number of dot balls, the number of no balls.
भाई चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करते रहें जल्दी जल्दी.
38. So Babano sliding to Sungrove's lane to put some pressure.
भाई जल्दी जल्दी सब्सक्राइब करते रहें चैनल को.
Good scoring at the top. Because good scoring is not 38. 1.5 overs. More addition outside the leg stump, picked up by the lefty Alcock. 6 takes up to 12. Takes this total after 2 overs. 44 without loss. 44 without loss. And Roseman has conceded 25 runs in that over.
31 reds because it's 25 and I think the last one went for 6. So it's 31 in the over, the most expensive over by far in the tournament. Previous to that you had the 29 scored by Johnson Charles off Dylan John. So in the tournament so far after 2, Rosalie would have still in the best start. Prior to that you had 53 from the South Castries Lions.
It's not a record that Roseman would be very happy about. Right, I've gotten maybe 4 for 31, 2 for 31 would be half decent, none for 31. So we've had 2 of us completed. 2 of us is 44 without loss. I would have thought they might have just tried some spin at this time, but they're not going to. In the air once more, and again, with the wind going over the boundary. There are 4 being signaled. But again, a lot of butt ran into the shot, and didn't seem Greg to have a great deal of control.
No control whatsoever, Red. It's just throwing his bat at the ball and getting the top edge, and the fielders actually just allow the ball to roll into the boundary.
Well, it's been a series of good shots, but some bad shots. And there's a little bit of danger here. He's 28 now. And he plays it off the back foot into the wind, but there's no deep cover to come in. People have to run back, and they're back for the second run. Well, very interesting display here by Menayos. He goes to 30. The total 50 without loss. It's flapping some quarter.
Fastest 50 I would think in the tournament so far.
Fight away. And that will drop in just inside and goes over the
भाई
boundary.
जल्दी से सब्सक्राइब करते रहें चैनल को.
Inside the square, running back.
जो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करेगा उसको फैंटेसी टीम.
Mid-wicket, they come back for the second, looking to try and play slightly inside out, took the edge, and went out the mid-wicket. 56 on the board, he moves to 36, and well, that's the policy. The policy is to go for it.
It's certainly an all-out attack, right?
worked so far. He's taking his chances. This is a delivery which carved their way very nicely. Was pitched well up and just leaning back and picked it up very nicely. Nothing wrong with that shot. It goes to 40 without law. 40 to Melinos. And they have raced to 60 on the board of 2.5. This could be one of the biggest innings maybe in the tournament.
Like भी करो.
That way, put over and they already have scored some 60 runs.
And this is 40 of 13. Thomas, none for 29. Opens the face. He went through a vacant gully area. Down to third man for a single. So the third over is completed. After 3 overs, they have gone for 61 without loss. You got your sheet there that given the highest score. You just want to repeat that and see if Rosalie will challenge that.
120 for 6, South Castries versus North. Then you have 116 for 2, Swazel versus Rosalie. And 112 for 3, South Castries versus Central Castries. These are the 3 top scores.
61 off 3. A good basis to build towards maybe getting right up there.
Yeah, they should at that rate, they should go way beyond the 120 scored by the South Castries team.
Well, it seems that there'll be more pace coming from the Babonlele backs. Are you surprised that they have tried spin?
A bit surprised, yes. We've had some serious carnage after 3 overs. They are averaging 20.33, so obviously the pace does not work.
Your pace is working. Don't give them pace. You use pace off the ball very well. So Charles now hoping to try and bowl an economical over. Hardly had many dot balls. Only had 2. So Charles starts over number 4, and that's again peeling off the outer part of the bat, going high over the boundary. 65. He has gone to 45. Well, it's worked for him. Not the most prettiest display at times. He has decided in this competition that he will look to play shots from game 1. There's no slip. He can play off the back foot, moving away and getting himself on the onside of the ball, but doesn't make any contact. No spin yet. Whatever they have provided to Rosalie is being dispatched. Thomas proceeding 4 runs off 2 overs, 2 deliveries. Miller is looking to play the same shot, and this time he doesn't draw away. He simply looks to hit it square Greg off the back foot.
Yes, looking for the forcing shot off the back foot and has missed on the last 2 occasions. So Charles, in the midst of a good over, right? The form of redelivery is considering sort of carnage we had before.
Charles trying once more. Just over the head of square leg as he got down on one knee. And he's just about doing everything you can imagine. It's, well, the Jamaican player who played for the West Indies, went to India, Basil Williams. It was called Shotgun Basil Williams. Well, this has been a shotgun innings for Milliners 49. Milliners are 49 of 18 balls. Charles once more goes in, and that's edge. No wide second slip. that. There's no orthodox slip. Down to the mount before in 53. And then not to 73, correct, with one delivery to go into 4th over.
Yes. Second fastest 50, Johnson Charles got his 15, 18 delivery.
गाइस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करते रहें और टारगेट है 100 लाइक का.
What an innings this morning. We talked about for some while when you refer to the storeman. This chance comes in. Merinos excuse that, looking for an almost a suicidal run out. Skewed it down to a backward point, and the backward point came in. So the 4th over is completed. But I did say to Jules that the first 5 overs, Greg, is normally fairly quiet. We have had the most exciting 4 overs of this competition, 73 without loss.
Yes, it's gone much better than even the South Castries versus Central Castries, where we saw 50 coming off after 4.
So, after 4 overs of medium pace stuff, now we see spin coming in. The rate 18.5. That's the rate of scoring. We have spin. Aldrin. Judging from this, he bowls leg breaks and off breaks. Leg breaks is maybe not advisable now, correct?
Well, you have to say something different. Right, we're just looking at the highest individual score there, 84, not out by Johnson Charles. Then you have a second highest individual score, 62 by Stephen Nitram, and the third would be 51. Right now, Kimani Bellius would have the third highest individual score.
He's 53, he is the non-striker. Babino. And off spinner. Inside the off stump, flat, pulling around the wicket. Third dot ball. 3 without loss. Total 73. Can it be a low scoring over? Delivery which goes down to short and goes down to backward point. 7 dot balls now. 73 without loss. So far so good, Greg.
Yes, this is why I enjoy good batting conditions out in the middle.
Bowler played right across. Totally unnecessary. In fact, the top hand held the bat at the end. And he looked to play in the VV. He was going to play an attacking shot, go over the head of the bowler. So he's bowled by Aldrin. And after 4.3 overs, there is success for Babino. Rosalie has 73 for 1.
Yes, good bowling change there by Captain Joseph. So the introduction of spin in the feet over it, and it has going to be effective. Dismissal of Can Elcock, 12 of some 7 deliveries. And I think Babino Leatherbox love the price wickets of Kimani Melius.
So Judd Goodman, the lefty, coming out. One left-hander replacing the other. Taking his guard. So Marius, not up in 73, but not in strike one right now. We're halfway through the 5th over. This delivery plays back and plays it in the orthodox way. 4 deliveries, no runs. for 73. So total different situation is over so far. Goodman swings at that and gets a wide. Makes no contact. Initially I did look towards the scoreboard, then realized that the keeper had taken it down the leg side. So 74 for 1. Gets to the pitch. Digs it out. Very good over. Comparison to what we've had. So spin has done the trick so far.
Yes, really has brought down the scoring rate considerably. 15.31.
So call around off the back foot, and that will beat the backward point. The cover will come off the boundary. They're looking for the second. They will not come for the second. Maybe the return was very good. So good judgment, only to look for the single, but Goodman will now keep the strike. 75 for 1. Goodman is 1. Mellinus is 53 off 20. More from Gregor for the first time this morning. The man from the country area, where they said that the air is so pure and wonderful. This is when we fly his troops.
Good over completed there by Cornwall. Release. Bringing some respectability to the attack with the sort of carnage that we saw from Kimani Melius in particular. The introduction of speed has certainly done the trick. We see Captain Shubon continuing with the speed bowling.
गाइस चैनल को जल्दी सब्सक्राइब करते रहें, जो भी बंदे जुड़े हुए हैं, और लाइक करते रहें। इतने बंदे जुड़ गए यार, लाइक नहीं कर सकते क्या आप? एक लाइक ही तो मांगा, आपका सपोर्ट और लाइक ही मांगा। गाइस जल्दी लाइक सब्सक्राइब करते रहें चैनल को, जल्दी से लाइक सब्सक्राइब करते रहें चैनल। इतने बंदे जुड़े हैं। अगली बॉल के लिए हारनी और ये कैच ड्रॉप कर दिया। अच्छी बॉल, अच्छी रन विड, और क्या करेंगे फिर? देखो अगली बॉल पर क्या आता है। मैच यार अच्छी बैटिंग कर रहा है, इतनी अच्छी बैटिंग कर रहा है, क्या बताएं आपको। सच में 20 बॉल में 53 रन मार चुका है। और अगली बॉल मेल्स के लिए हेनरी की बॉल, अच्छी रनअप के लिए अच्छी स्पिन डाल रहे हैं। और क्या देखेंगे कि अगली बॉल पर क्या करेंगे। गाइस जितने भी बंदे जुड़े लाइक कर दो। और ये अच्छी और ऑफ साइड में कट कर दिया है, और 1 रन के लिए अच्छी मेल से अच्छी बैटिंग कर रहा है यार। इनका पता भी नहीं वेस्ट इंडीज वाले कब चले यार। इसने ड्रॉप कर दिए, मेरे हिसाब से 2 रन होंगे। चलो ठीक है, अगली बॉल के लिए देखेंगे। गाइस देखो सब्सक्राइब करते रहो चैनल को यार। सब्सक्राइब करोगे और लाइक करोगे, आपको भी फ़ायदा है और मेरे भी फ़ायदा, सपोर्ट होगा मेरे चैनल पर। आपको ऑल मैच लाइव मिलेंगे, चाहे कौन सा भी हो, आपको ऑल मैच लाइव मिलेंगे अगली बॉल के लिए। और ये कैच आउट हो गए हैं मेल्स ने, ये कोडमन ये कैच आउट हो चुके हैं, इस बॉल पर आउट हो गए हैं। और अच्छी यार, इनका क्या करें, इनको कभी भी ले लो चाहिए। हैनरी ने विकेट लिए यार, बकवास है सब यार। लेफ्टी इतनी अच्छी बैटिंग करते हैं यार, ये पता नहीं, इसको पिछले मैच में भी लिया था मैंने, इस मैच में भी लिया था। फ्लो फेजार्ड गुडमैन और नाम है इसका, फेलमैन है ये, जार्ड फेलमैन लिख दो इसका नाम आज से, है ना। चलो आगे कौन आता है, मेरे हिसाब से तो वो आएंगे जो क्या नाम है, सोलोमन आया, सोलोमन। यार इतने बंदे जुड़े हैं, एक लाइक और सब्सक्राइब नहीं कर सकते क्या? एक लाइक और सब्सक्राइब भी तो मांगा आपसे मैंने, कोई सारे बंदे शेयर कर दो जल्दी से मैच को, सारे बंदे शेयर कर दो, शेयर करते रहो।
Henry over the wicket into Melius, and Melius plays this one out towards square leg. The fielder comes from a deep square and limiting them to just one run. And the Babano Leatherbacks kind of pulling it back here. The score moves on to 80 for 2. Melius moves to 7. Brings left-handed Lee Solomon on strike. And the Cannon Blasters really blasting the way to what seems to be will be a really good total towards the end.
Yes, they certainly heading towards establishing the highest score in the tournament at the rate that they are going.
Henry around the wicket into Solomon. Solomon plays this one into the onside. The short mid-wicket just comes around to his right and keeping him quiet. The over comes to an end. Another very good over. 80 for 2. Kimani Melius is on 57. He's batting with Solomon, who's just come in. He's on naught. And the partnership is 1 so far. The scoring rate has gone down. The scoring rate has gone down to 13.33. 6 overs gone with Wilson.
Yes, the last 2 overs, they have only conceded 7 runs. But most importantly, they have picked up 2 wickets. So the introduction of spin has been successful for the Babano Leatherbacks. Not only they picking up wickets, but they are slowing down the scoring rate.
Bringing some respectability in the scoring rate, and it's a spin again to continue. It's Stuart Cauldron who's going to continue the attack from the media center end. Stuart Cauldron bowling a very good over and claiming 1 scalp. He's going to look to keep the Cannon Blasters quiet and to see if they can limit them to something in the region of 100. With the start they've had with Wilson, they would look to get well past 100 runs.
Yes, they are certainly poised for perhaps a score even over 150, 140.
It's Cauldron who has to restart, and he will be bowling to Melius, who's on 57 from 22, and Melius is hitting this one out towards the boundary, and the fielder comes from the cover region, and just not an effort to catch this one, he just allow it to bounce, and taking it on the bounce, restricting Melius to 1. Melius been kept a little bit quiet here.
Yes, a bit quiet, trying the reverse hit, and one really thought that Alvin Lappy perhaps would have been a more valiant effort getting to this ball, but just allowing it to drop well short.
अच्छी क्वालिटी पाने चाहते तो क्वालिटी को 360 पी पर कर लो जल्दी से।
That catch and see the back of Melius. That would have done well for the Babano Leatherbacks, and this time it's Lee Solomon looking to go over the infield and only succeeding in providing another catch to Alex Joseph. And the wickets keep falling. The spinners already putting a chokehold on the Cannon Blasters.
Yes, the spinners are certainly doing the trick. Not only are they slowing up the rate, but they are picking up wickets regularly. The last 3 overs of spin have produced 3 wickets.
They're really pulling it back here for the Leatherbacks after such an explosive start from Melius and El Cork, as Solomon has been dismissed, caught Joseph Cauldron without scoring, and the score is 81 for 3. 81 for 3. Melius is still there. Melius is still there on 58 from 23, and he's been joined there by Gabriel, Gabriel, the wicketkeeper batsman.
जल्दी से चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो, जितने भी बंदे बैठे हैं उतने, नहीं लाइव को बंद कर दिया जाएगा।
The Cannon Blasters are sort of losing their way a bit. Captain Melius still out in the middle. This will be the price wicket that the Leatherbacks would want. They can get Melius at this stage. They may be chasing less than 120 at the rate that Blasters are losing wickets.
Solomon would have been better served just giving strike to Melius and finishing this one. Cauldron into Gabriel, and Gabriel is playing into the offside, and Henry rushing in and missing the ball completely. There might have been a chance of a run out there with Benitez Gabriel slipping before the takeoff, and Henry was unable to gather that one cleanly. The score is 82 for 3.
Yes, Gabriel a bit lucky, losing his footing, looking for big runs, and luckily for him, the fielder was able to collect.
Cauldron to Melius, and Melius continue about his business as he started in this innings. Melius has hoisted him over wide long one. Stuart Cauldron over wide long one for 6, 88 for 3. Melius has moved on to 64, and a bit of momentum back into the scoring again, Greg.
Yes, good 6 from there by Melius. Within the 6, he has gone to the second highest individual score.
Cauldron and Melius is reversing. What a shot from the young man. Reversing this one to through the deep backward point region and on towards the boundary. 4 more to Melius. A very, very good shot here from Melius. The score has shot up to 92. Melius is on 68.
Yes, Melius can do nothing wrong today, apparently. He's hitting on both sides of the wicket, and he attempted a few reverse sweep, and on this occasion he was very successful.
Found the gap, and that one was going towards the boundary like a tracer bullet, and Cauldron again. This time Melius picks him up. Huge hit. I reckon this is the best one he's hit so far, right?
Yes, one bounce on outside of the get wrong. So Cauldron, after bowling a first good productive over, he was in the midst of another good one, had taken a wicket, and Melius really just continued the assault on him and just tarnishing the bowling figures to a certain degree. Some 2 overs and conceding 20 runs, but most importantly, you would say he was able to pick up 2 wickets.
Very good.
गाइस जल्दी से चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो यार, इतने बंदे बैठे हैं सब्सक्राइब भी नहीं कर सकते क्या?
Seen the fall of 3 of these teams' wicket, and he just come back and he hitting Cauldron, kind of tarnishing Cauldron's figures here. Is Melius at 98 for 3. Grosley Cannon Blasters. Melius has moved to 74. Gabriel is on 1, and Gabriel, by taking that single, is doing his job, I reckon, very good.
Yes, really more that Kimani Melius says that you need to give him as much of the strike as possible.
It's Henry to continue, and he will be bowling around the wicket to left-handed Gabriel. Gabriel is just pushing this one. There's a miscommunication, a chance there, and Melius had given up. Melius had completely given up, and Henry missing the wicket. A direct hit would have seen the back of Kimani Melius.
Yes, Melius clearly wants to get on strike, going for a non-existent run, and was really stranded in no man's land.
And he had given up completely, but
he had gotten to the point of no return.
They say fortune favors the brave, and it's Henry to Gabriel, and Gabriel is looking to give his captain an informed partner. Single not successful on this occasion. The score remains at 98 for 3. Henry again continuing around the wicket to Gabriel, and this time Gabriel finds the bat, finds the gap as well. Diving Alex Joseph stopped the ball in the backward point region, and they come through for 1. There's a chance of a second, but Melius is not interested in that second run. He wants the strike, and rightfully so.
Yes, in that sort of mode, you want to play the 1 strike at the ball. He has been successful at that. Some 74 runs of just 26 deliveries.
99 for 3, Grosley Cannon Blasters, and they will be joining the 100 club for sure.
Yes, they would be on this occasion.
Queen Henry right arm over the wicket into Kimani Melius, batting on 74, and Melius picks him up straight over his head and over the Dream 11 signboard. 6 more, 105 to Brazilian Cannon Blasters. Melius moves into the 80s.
Yes, good, powerful straight hit. And moving his kicks over 100, 105 for the North-South, just 3 wickets.
He's gotten a lot better, Greg, with the inning as the inning grows, and this time inside out, high, long into Johnson Charles Dunn. 6 more to Kimani Melius, and he is tarnishing the figures of the spinners.
Yes, sir. With his 6, Kimani Melius has now moved as the highest individual score, surpassing Johnson Charles 84, no doubt.
Highest individual score 100 is on the cards for Kimani Melius in this innings.
Yes, most certainly, with some 14 deliveries left.
134 sixes so far in the tournament. Quinn Henry opts for around the wicket and shot into Melius. This time is high, a delivery that really did not deserve a wicket, but he's getting it. And Melius looking to go over. What a dismissal,
Well, actually, he gave it away. Some 14 runs coming off the over. Looking to hit this one over the cover area. And what would have clearly been a white ball, the safest shot would have been perhaps to cut down to the footman, which was vacant. But looking to go over the extra cover and only presenting a relatively easy catch to Zaire Antoine. So the leatherbacks have seen the back of Kimani Melius, and they would be breathing a sigh of relief.
It's certainly a sigh of relief from the Babylon Leatherbacks. And Kimani Melius, he'll be disappointed with himself and with that shot, man.
Yes, 100 there for the taking, really. Some at the time, 14 deliveries left in the over, and with 14 runs needed at the rate that he was going.
यार चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करते रहे हैं.
Blows really would have gotten it over the line.
He was looking to finish it off in one probably, and with the departure of Melius, Larry Edward comes in. 111 for 4, already a very good total. The Brazilian Cannon Blasters, a very good total so far. They've joined the 100 club and the 111 on the board. Really good score for them.
Yes, this would be the 4th highest total in the tournament.
South Castries having 2 of the 3 highest totals. 120 for 6 being the highest total. 116 for 2 Rizal Colports against Brazilian Cannon Blasters. 112 for 3 South Castries versus Central Castries. And now Brazilian Cannon Blasters 111 for 4. And it's Nehemiah Wilfred to bowl to Larry Edward. He's in the air out towards mid-on or whitish mid-on. And he come through for 1. Larry Edward is off the mark. Is 1. The score is 112 for 4. And Gabriel, his partner, is batting on 2. So 2 virtually new batters at the wicket as Nehemiah Wilfred comes in to Gabriel, and Gabriel picks him up over Lamont, and 6 more to the total. 118 Greg Wilson, 118 for 4. Cannon Blasters blasting the way.
Yes, the 6th festival continues. Captain Melius has been dismissed, but Valerius Gabriel continues with blasting.
And 118 would be the 2nd highest total, and they are well in for the 3rd as Gabriel goes over the infield, and they come through for 2 more to the total. They've equaled the highest total of the tournament, 120 for 4. Gabriel has moved to 10, and Larry Edward is on 1. And the Cannon Blasters, they should be claiming the title of the highest run getters in terms of innings.
They certainly would be today.
Wilfred again into Gabriel. Gabriel is driving out towards long off. They come through for 1. The 2nd run is on, and they get to very comfortably. 2 more to the total, and they sit at the top of the podium now as the highest innings total for the tournament.
Yes, they would be going to push closer to the 140 mark.
And they should get pretty close to that as Gabriel comes inside out for another 2 easy runs out towards the deep cover boundary.
चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करते रहें, लाइक करते रहें, शेयर करते
Paces have gone for some, and Larry Edward picks him up into the wind. Alvin Lafay settles under it and takes it. The wicket goes down again for the Cannon Blasters. The runs are coming, but the wickets are going the way of the Leatherbacks. 124 for 5 now as Larry Edward is being dismissed. As Benitez Gabriel, sorry, no, just corrected. Benitez Gabriel is being dismissed after he hits a plastic goal.
Good catch indeed by Alvin Lafay. He's on a platform that was already set by skipper Values, the batsman. And in the process they are continuing the assault on the Leatherbacks. It's the highest team total so far.
Highest team total with Henry finishing his total was 218, and we just see Wilfred bowling his first over. First over by Wilfred is taken 1 for 13, and Chevron Joseph, he will take up the attack for the 9th over. Final over. 6 playing this one out to the man. Playing this one out to the 3rd man for a single. Edward on strike. Edward is on 125 for 5. Kimani Sexius has joined Larry Edward. And Chibon Joseph will find over the innings 125 on Joseph over the wicket to the left. Larry Edward. Larry is generated out to attack Lafay, and he takes it. Again, Alvin Lafay catching in the outfield is commendable as one more goes down to close the Cannon Blasters.
Yes, the final over in progress, Larry Edward getting a bit of room outside the also really his arms, but not making proper contact, and the ball just peel off the outside edge, but travel all the way to the extra cover boundary where Alvin Lafay had to come in. A relatively easy catch by his standards, so the veteran Alvin